Thank you for watching the content being created here at the SAI Conference 2014 in London. And I'm here with Matthew Newall, and you're gonna make a scientist and video game developers a lot happier, I guess, because you wrote this paper on making the processing of all these different fields go way faster. How is it working?
We're using graphics cards to accelerate parallel processing of data. Traditionally, this has been done on high-performance computing machines, which are parallel machines, which use traditional CPUs. But increasingly, the top 500, which is a list of the fastest supercomputers, they are now using GPUs as accelerators. But it's not something that's been done so much in higher education. So we're testing now, deploying a small GPU cluster and seeing how it can help our researchers and how we can best serve them in accelerating the data and visualizing the data using the GPUs.
This is like the example that you gave on the video game case, that you go from one video processor to another. What does this do? How does this create a better flow of the data and interpreting the data?
Traditionally, on a CPU, you process the data serially, so it goes through in a straight line, comes out the other end. Parallel processing, you've got multiple channels, so you can process a lot more data at the same time. And GPUs are in one unit, you have a lot of cores, and you can process the same instruction on a lot of data at the same time. And this is, like I say, traditionally been used for graphics rendering in video games. We're using that to process scientific data. For example, radio telescope data from search for extraterrestrial intelligence. I'm using that to perform a fast Fourier transform to turn it into sound.
So what are the challenges at the moment to get this all realized, or to get it in even a next stage of development?
Well, parallel programming itself is quite a challenge coming from a serial standpoint, because you get things like race conditions. You've got to consider what's going on in different threads, things like that. It's quite difficult, but it is something that is becoming more accessible because more and more there are accelerated libraries, all sorts of software that support parallel processing using GPUs. So it's something that's becoming more and more prolific in the area.
So if you would like to read the entire paper, please go to the link. We'll have this available under this video for you. You can read the paper on IEEE. And I would like to thank you very much, Matthew Newall, for sharing this with us. More content, more speakers, and entire keynotes you can watch on our website. So please stay tuned in. And if you like, please share this video to someone you think it could be very valuable to. And maybe we see you next year at the SAI Conference 2015. Thank you for watching.